Hey guys, welcome back. All right, let's take a look. Who is coming toward Virgo? The dreamer, the Five of Wands, possibly an Aries, possibly a Leo, Sag, or Aries. Could be a soccer player, could be somebody that is quite the visionary, could be somebody that has gone through a lot of struggles. They could be somebody who's in the public eye quite frequently, but they are somebody who's like, they have a very loyal heart, but what they have wished for is like in the whole world of all the people that are out there, they want a relationship that they can rely on. They want somebody that would be um, like they really value loyalty. Both of these cards speak of loyalty. Friends on, even opposite sides, like those two soccer players are wearing different jerseys, right? But someone that they can, maybe have different opinions with, but they still say that my person that has different opinions, they also make me better. And I know they're on my side. There's somebody that would give me a little bit of pushback. They'd do some critical thinking. So they may like the fact that Virgo's mind is, like very analytical. They may find that to be very appealing. They also are somebody who wants loyalty. I mean, I think this person is like, my big dream is to find the person who will never leave me. That's what I've wanted. 10 of Wands, they are also somebody who has been possibly traveling, and they have had either turbulent travels or they have had a turbulent life. Maybe that's why they value one piece of stability so much, because if you've had a life where there's been lots of stresses, lots of personal things to overcome, heavy burdens that you've carried, to feel like you have a safe haven with one person who will never let you down, that's so important to whomever this person is. And they must feel like Virgo is that person. Are you coming toward Virgo because you want to be with Virgo? You already know who Virgo is. We've got the King of Cups. It almost feels like it's a combination of, yes, they may know who Virgo is, but I also feel like the waves of life are bringing them into, like, crashing them upon Virgo shores. Virgo could live on like a coastline, or one coast or the other, right? Which, let's be real, like the majority of human beings, like the most densely populated areas, are always on the coastal regions. So like maybe Virgo's West Coast, or maybe they're East Coast, or maybe they're on a coastline in Thailand, and who knows, it could be almost anywhere. But they are coming across as a masculine, but also we have a strong feminine just based off of the imagery that we have here, although I would technically always put that still in a more masculine category. They are ready to take a leap of faith and have a long-term relationship with somebody who they believe has such a loyal heart. That's so important to them. The Sun in the reverse. I don't think they're making a direct beeline for Virgo. I think the universe is going to be playing a role in all of this. Give me some more info about who this person is. It must be maybe a newer person. We have lawyer. This could be, again, somebody very analytical, somebody who wants things to be fair. They could work in a legal industry, or they could have recently gone through a big legal battle. Firemen, they may try to put out fires. They may be somebody whose life felt like it went up in smoke, or they could literally, like be a public servant of sorts. Or this person could also be remember that Fool card says that they have like visionary status. So their brain could be like burning with ideas as well, but they are very brave. They're also very much about fairness. I feel like they advocate for fairness. And that right there it speaks volumes of them being very, very brave. What is it that they've been unhappy about lately? When it comes to them approaching Virgo and the fact that they're the King of Cups sideways and the Sun in the reverse, we have the Chariot, we have the Nurturer of Cups. Again, I feel like this is somebody who has been like, either their whole life has been, maybe they travel a ton in their life, but they are ready to actually like find somebody that they can call home, somebody who is like a cosmic, literally this says cosmic. They could have recently gotten into some kind of astrology. They could be seeking somebody and recognizing like maybe they've had bad relationships in the past because they didn't really pick partners that they meshed with. I don't think that looking at sun signs for compatibility is the way anybody discovers whether or not somebody is really the right partner for them. It's about the individual. It's about, because we're all so much more than our sun signs, right? But I will say this, like on a journey of personal discovery, they may have started to realize what they value. And this individual, even if they identify as a masculine, they have a very strong feminine energy, a feminine desire for like receiving support and receiving like emotional nurturing. I think they've recognized that about themselves. That is, we keep seeing again and again, the most important thing for this character is they really would love to have somebody that they could count on, that would truly have their back. This might be one of those deep needs that is very hard to even put into words, but it's like, this is what they haven't found yet. They haven't found the person that is their true blue. They haven't yet met the person that genuinely has their back, and they know that, and they have this deep level to both nurture a relationship but also to receive it. And I don't know if they know how to ask for that, but that's what they've been looking for, and they're more aware of it now. They would love to have somebody that is genuinely like warm and supportive, and like, honestly, I can see why they'd be a great match for a Virgo, because Virgos are signs of service. They are the individuals that like pay attention and be like, I can already see that they're getting hungry, because I notice, when they get a little bit crabby, I know that my partner needs a snacky. So, this Virgo could whip out, a little packet of, some kind of chocolate covered almonds and be like, babe, have a couple of those. I could see Virgo being that person for them. And that might be one of those little tiny details. Like, they want somebody who pays close attention to the nuances of them, because they pay close attention to the nuances of a lover as well. This is who is coming toward Virgo. I just don't know that they know who Virgo is exactly. Let me go back one more time. King of Cups sideways. Why is it that it seems like there's partly that you know about Virgo and partly you don't? The Four of Thoughts. That's the Four of Swords here. That Four of Swords could represent, there's silence. There's this wonderful, like, warm glow of light that's coming in. I almost feel like they're on the outskirts of Virgo's life somehow. They have received some kind of, like, either they've noticed that Virgo has a gentleness, like we have a baby fawn here, and either they feel like when they've seen Virgo, they just know that Virgo has like a gentle energy to them, or maybe they've been soothed somehow. Maybe this person wants to spoon with Virgo too, but I don't feel like they know Virgo that well. We have the Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Swords. There's something here. We've got this little lemur. So, and this is at nighttime, right? And these are marsupial creatures. So somehow at night, they don't want Virgo to know that they do kind of check out Virgo. Virgo could be an artist, or they could be an artist. There's some kind of inspiration here. And you notice that this person is in a wheelchair, but then they're still being inspired to go ahead and, keep painting and keep creating something. I will say rhinoceros are incredible creatures, and endangered, but they have lips that are so sensitive that they can sense, just with the feeling on their lips, what plant they're nibbling. And they are creatures that unfortunately are easy for poachers to capture, because they tend to go back to the same place to eat again and again. And even though, they're very powerful prehistoric beasties, that actually is like a really like vulnerable thing for them. So I'm wondering if they see Virgo as both someone that has inspired them, somebody that they think has a soft energy, but also like reliable somehow already. Virgo has somehow been reliable to them as they have been like healing their heart from some things. Maybe Virgo is a bit of their muse, even though they would not admit this. I keep feeling like they spy on Virgo at nighttime, and Virgo doesn't have a clue about this. Virgo may not know that they safe, supported love. They know Virgo has this gentle energy. I don't know what Virgo does that they can tap into like that, how they are able to spy on Virgo without Virgo knowing. I mean, obviously social media is a great example of that, you know, and there's so many different forms of social media out there. Um, but I'm picturing that this is somebody who's still on the outskirts of Virgo's world, yet Virgo has been a consistent like gentleness in their life, something that actually has been helping them to heal. Both of these cards speak of healing, and this speaks of like they feel very warm toward Virgo, even if they don't know Virgo on a one-on-one basis. Can I just get one more on that? You don't know Virgo on a one-on-one basis, yet Virgo's playing such a role for you. Four of Pentacles, they keep holding back. And then we have this King of Pentacles, and we see like this gigantic moose, or maybe caribou, I would say moose, standing in the backgrounds. We keep seeing them somehow behind Virgo. In this story, Virgo could be a masculine or a feminine. That part is always irrelevant to me in my stories because everybody has masculine and feminine within them. But they may be somebody that has been holding back from Virgo, not saying a word to Virgo, yet again, we see them hovering behind Virgo. So I definitely feel like a little bit of secret admirer vibe. How are you going to meet Virgo? Are you, because with the sun in the reverse, it says they don't really know how this is going to happen, but somehow like the universe is going to help them end up in Virgo's life. We have the curiosity of feelings. So we've got this little Page of Cups, and it's very sweet. It's a beautiful card. Could be a situation where it's very unlikely, right? We've got this tropical area, tropical beach, but then we have this little penguin, which, you know, I'd expect to see in a cold weather area. So I'm wondering if the two of them will unexpectedly meet, unexpectedly bump into each other when they don't expect to. It's like, I'm not from here. This, you're out of your element, but here you are. Maybe they're going to end up, hang on, is it them going into Virgo's world, or is it Virgo who's going to unexpectedly be in their world? Because we saw them with that chariot, that cosmic, you know, license plate, I'm going to say it's them possibly entering into Virgo's world. And here's a chariot again, and it's a chariot of direction. And we've got these hawks. We've got the 10 of somatics, which is a 10 of pentacles. We definitely see this person like either coming to town, traveling through Virgo's area. This could be very unexpected. This could be somebody that already lives in Virgo's town. They just haven't, you know, found themselves bumping into Virgo, or they haven't found themselves like face to face with Virgo, even if they know of Virgo. This is definitely something to do with maybe work. They travel for work, or they're, you know, whatever their job may be. They may, we keep seeing the car. We got the chariot twice for them. So we know that there's an energetic movement, energetic travel. But they come into Virgo's world, right into Virgo's like town, or right into Virgo's neighborhood, or right into Virgo. Like Virgo might be kicking it, comfortable, sitting there, and they come traveling through. We have definitely like an old Western feel because of the buffalo, the bison. By the way, the spirit animals could be really important in this. We've got, you know, obviously I grabbed the Familiar's Way deck. I'll tag that deck for you. Beautiful deck, and it's a three deck set. But this, I know. So I happen to be a Virgo, big, huge Virgo placements all over the place. I'm a double Virgo for starters. And then I've got it all over my chart, which is so funny because I always say, I don't feel much like a Virgo, but I've got Virgo everywhere. But the bison is like, if I have a spirit animal, I don't know that much about it, but it is actually the bison, because, and it's, I do love buffalo. I love bison. I know they're a little bit different, but still, it's just interesting to see that pop up. That, to me, this has a really nice feel to it. But again, I'm just mentioning that it's probably my own perception, because I really like buffalo and bison, always did. And then I did this little, I guess, like a visionary thing that surprised me to discover that, because I'd never seen a buffalo or bison in real life. I was very shocked to see that pop into my head. So anyway, this is not my personal story, of course, but that just puts a very happy spin on it. But I'm just mentioning me as a storyteller, as the narrator of this. I have to say this brings in very nice connotations. like this is somebody who this character has needed to get into Virgo's world. And there is like the universe is helping them end up crossing paths with Virgo in a realistic way, not just this distance way. What might be the outcome for them and Virgo when that happens? Let's get one last card here. What might be the outcome for themselves and Virgo? Strength card. They both feel calmer, softer, stronger. There could be a very strong pull toward each other. There could be a very sensual pull. We've got strong Leo energy. Five of Wands. Both of them could also feel that pull and then get a little bit nervous. I could picture Virgo and this person having strong surge of emotions and then struggling to figure out what to say. We've got the Page of Coins here, which is navigating conversation. And then we have that Six of Coins. I feel like this is simpatico. I feel like Virgo and this person will get past that initial, like, oh my God, I don't know what to say. This is so crazy. I never thought I'd bump into you. Now here you are standing here. I guess now we begin real conversation. It's no longer just a spying from the shadows kind of energy. And we've got that Six of Pentacles, which is like these two have something. They have that trust, that support, that energetic bond, that kind of like unconditional love. I feel like it's absolutely there between the two of them. But that's like right out of the gate. I feel like this person has fallen for Virgo before they met Virgo. And I kind of think that exactly what they thought Virgo might be to them is exactly who Virgo ends up being. This is a card of family, that Ten of Pentacles. It's like they are ending up in Virgo's world because Virgo's a family they've been seeking. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up.